Hello and welcome to the Jayco 284 BHS. Coming right up front, we have a switch for a light just in case you need to hook up at night. You have your retract and extend for your jack. Right behind this little pull tab here, you have a manual override just in case this ever electrically goes out. For your propane, you have a little flip switch here which shows which tank it's reading off of. So now that it's facing this way, it's taking propane off of this tank. Taking propane off of this tank. Storage. Alright, coming into the back here, this is going to be your black tank flush, which I'll get to in just a moment. You have your hot and cold side of the shower, along with your shower head underneath. This is going to be your city water connection, so once you get to a campground, this is what you're going to plug that hose into. This is going to be your water supply. What I do recommend getting is a water pressure regulator. Basically, it just helps dumb down the power because campgrounds are pushing for a lot of power. So it has a chance to blow out your lines. It's just another protective feature. Coming down to your sprinkler system, you have your gray tank pull tab and then your black tank pull tab right there. What I would recommend doing is doing the black tank first, just because it's the dirtiest water. So black tank first, black tank flush, which is when you put a pressurized hose into here. This actually activates a sprinkler inside of the black tank, which helps get toilet paper and extra crud off of the sides that might have gotten stuck. And then go ahead and do the gray tank, just because that's going to be the cleanest water out of the two. And when you go to put your hands back on it, it's just an easier way, or a cleaner way to help get it off. These two are going to be your low point drains. So you got to do is twist the side nozzles here. Right there, 1 and 2. For a cable and satellite input for a TV, if you have one outside, that'll be right there. If you do purchase a backup camera, these are backup camera ready. Just unscrew that little plate, pop it off, plug your camera in, and then plug the tablet into your cigarette lighter and make sure your running lights are on. You have your camp or shore power here. For your water heater, you're gonna have this little nozzle. It's just a cap. It's gonna be a 1 1/16 socket. This goes right onto this here to plug it up. To turn the water heater on, what you're going to want to do is go inside, turn on the hot side of the faucet. It will sputter for a little bit, but that's just all the air getting pushed out of here. Once you have a steady flow of water, that means this is filled. Go ahead and turn on the water heater switch inside, which I'll get to. Water does get stagnant in here, so if you do go to empty it, go ahead, pull this pressure release. You'll hear it hiss out. And just make sure that this doesn't turn into a projectile. Go ahead, unscrew it, place it down. All the water will start leaking out of here. And to make it go faster, just go ahead and pull this one more time until it's straight and get going. Here's your outside kitchen. You have your fridge and your sink here. This is gonna be your furnace exhaust, so this does get very hot. If the furnace is on, of course it's coming out of here. This will burn, so just let any little kids or someone who doesn't know in the area, do not touch this. Here's your fresh tank fill. So this is when you're going out into the middle of nowhere and you need to take water with you. Go ahead and fill this up. It's just a gravity fill. Once this is full, you turn on the tank or the water pump, and then that water pump will push this water through your system. Let's say you get done with your trip. And you still have excess water. Right underneath here, you have a little tab. Go ahead and pull that, and then it'll drain the rest of your fresh tank out. You have a little mount and a little bracket for a TV. Cable and antenna for a TV. And then you have your 110 outlets here for your stairs. I do recommend making sure your door is completely open, because otherwise this little tab will scrape up the side of your door. Close, all you gotta do is lift up. Make sure that doesn't hit. Come over here, make sure the tab's on the other side of the door. And then to take down, all you gotta do, pull the tab, grab the handle, and now it's down. I do highly recommend making sure this is completely flush with the metal piece, because it will rip off this bottom piece of your door, the little furry part, along with the rubber seal on the other side. On top of your awning, you have a little black tab. If your awning ever electrically goes out, go ahead and pull that tab off. You are able to manually override it. Coming inside your camper here, you're gonna have your awning controls in and out here. This is gonna be your awning light. I'll show you. And this is gonna be your inside lights, your mains. And then this is gonna be your control switch. So that water pump, it's for your freshwater tank if you need to pump water through your systems. It's gonna be right there. You do have a gas and electrical element to your water heater. Let's say you're in the shower and you need the most heat. Go ahead and turn both on at the same time. These are readers, battery, fresh, black, and gray. And then I move this slide in just a tad bit so you can hear what it sounds like when it fully extends. Once you hear that little gear grinding noise, you know you're good to go. For your keys, you do have two sets, but you're gonna have main doors and then baggage doors, and then along with your outside shower keys. For your stove, once it's on, go ahead and press in and turn to your desired temperature, or not temperature, but flame. And go ahead and spark. Push this to the right. You do not want to turn this to the left because it will snap off. But once again, you press in, turn the gas on, along with flame, how big you want it. For the oven, turn to the pilot symbol. On the inside, you will see a small little flame appear. Once you see that small flame, go ahead and turn to your desired temperature. For your fridge, right up top, all you gotta do is hold. I'll turn it off real quick, just so you know. It'll do the same thing. You hold and it'll turn on. 1 is gonna be the coldest, 5 is gonna be, well, 1 is gonna be cold, 5 is gonna be the coldest. And then these are little indicators to show which freezer or refrigerator that you're turning this to. So that'll be the refrigerator, that'll be the freezer. And that's nighttime mode. Nighttime mode just makes the beeps quieter. It's not really a whole point. This is gonna be your sound system. Tap to turn on. Zone 1 is gonna be your inside speakers. Zone 2 is gonna be your outside speakers. So you're able to choose which ones you want on and off. You can do both off like that, or you can do both off by clicking mute on the top right. You do have Bluetooth, AM, FM radio, and aux. And then to turn off, all you do is hold. It'll say stand by. And then it'll turn fully off. For lights, they also have little buttons on them. So you can section, there we go, section them off however you'd like. So if you want it darker, if kids are sleeping, go ahead and turn those off, but you are able to keep those on. It's all about how you want it. For your bathroom, it's going to be a foot flush. What I do recommend having is toilet solution along with RV grade toilet paper. The toilet paper will end up helping break down easier so it does not clog your systems, and the solution will help break down solids and smells. Coming to your little system here, it's just a tap, it's not an actual button, but this circulates between your fan, cool, along with the heat. Then you can do the temperature through the up and down arrows on the right side. For your couch, all you gotta do is pull up and it'll fully extend. To put it away, lift all the way up and then put a little bit of pressure going in and it'll fold right back out. For this table here, go ahead and disconnect the table from the metal poles here. Once you take this off, go ahead and put that somewhere safe. This is also to make this a bed along with the traveling position. When this is, driving, it's going to be rocking and whatnot, and then the poles will end up warping. So to preserve that, go ahead, take the table off, pull these poles out. Feel free to stick them in a cupboard so they don't roll around too much. They're going to roll around, but just enough to not be all over the place. Once those are out, lift the cushions up and go ahead and place the table part on all of the little cleats along the end here. Once those are on, go ahead, put the cushions back, and you're good to go. Into your bedroom here, all you gotta do is lift up. It's got a hydraulic press. It'll open up the storage underneath. Lay it back down. Go ahead, just push it down. Switch the bed back. You have a TV backer here. Go ahead, plug your TV right in there. Right down here, this is going to be your carbon monoxide detector. This actually is going to always run as a safety feature. So when this always runs, that means this green light is always going to be showing. And this green light will kill your battery if you're not on shore power. So if you're not on shore power and you leave your battery on or leave everything connected, this will kill your battery. So what I do recommend having is if you're going to leave your camper for about 3 to 4 days, just take the negative end off of your battery because that'll finally kill this and then this won't drain your battery.